Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nemeka Onyeka Obiareri. I stumbled upon a newspaper publication, I think it was Daily Sketch of April 16, 1982. And it was showing then that the price of a liter of PMS was 20 kobo. 1982 is 42 years ago. It was 20 kobo per liter PMS. Today, PMS importation and consumption in Nigeria and subsequent subsidies paid on it had been one of the factors that have drained our forex and has created instability in Nigeria. We have three refineries that were built between 1970 to 1986, 85, a period of 15, 16 years, brand new, yet for a period of 24, 25 years under this Fourth Republic, we've not been able to repair those refineries after squandering tens of trillions of naira on faith on around maintenance program and all manner of opacity and what I normally term in my special language economic awareness. Now let's discuss factually what can be done. Please share this, because we will not stop talking, we will not keep talking. 3 years ago, the federal government of Nigeria through the NNPC awarded contract for the repair and revamp of the Port Harcourt refinery and the Warri refinery. They told us that September last year it will come on stream, December it will come on stream. They even moved the goalpost to January 2024. The letter moved it to March. Today is May 8, 2024. May 9, 2024. Yet those refineries are not producing anything. And I will just heard again that they said they want to collocate new refineries there. Please, let's stop wasting our time. President Olusegun Obasanjo, President Olusegun Matthew Akinola Obasanjo saw clearly. Remember, he was one of the head of states that built one of those refineries when he was head of state. He understood that was under the military regime. He became president in 1999, and between 1999 to 2007, Obasanjo spent billions of naira on those refineries and could not fix them. Of course, he's a very smart guy. Obasanjo knew clearly that allowing those refineries to stay under the NNPC, under public sector control, will never make it work. Therefore, he decided to privatize 60% of it to the Blue Star Consortium, led by Aliko Dangote, Femi Atodola, and some of the other guys in Nigeria. Yeah, that was one of his major mistakes. He reversed it. Since that time till now, those refineries have not yet worked. Let us not stop wasting public sector funds. That's why I get angry with NLC when they go on their abracadabra moves. And then NLC and some of the trade union members in Nigeria are people that work in those refineries. Those refineries for years now, people work there, they draw salaries. And I asked them this question: if those refineries were private sector owned by NLC, would they retain people working there year on year without those refineries working? Let us stop wasting money. Now, I want to provide creative suggestions and solutions on how we can make those refineries work in such a unique private-public partnership arrangement, involving even the labor union, in such a way that a price of the liter of the PMS will sell in Nigeria for nothing less than 600 naira anywhere in Nigeria without a kobo paid as subsidies, under a unique arrangement that ties upstream oil assets to downstream oil assets, that even allow investors to make a margin that is not more than 30% on the cost of production. And how do we do this? Go on this journey with me. Currently, of course, the Kaduna refinery is out of it because that one was built to consume the heavy crude. Nigeria does not produce the heavy crude. If I am to advise candidly, anybody still putting money, Kaduna refinery should just be converted at a storage depot and most of the assets scrapped. It cannot function profitably or even usefully as a refinery. Then Warri is 125,000 barrels a day capacity. Kaduna, Port Harcourt is about 210. So if we want to produce enough refined product for Nigerian market, of course, Dangote is there at other refineries. We should produce an export. We don't want any commercial setting that will put a hole in the pocket of Nigerians. And what is this unique suggestion I'm profiling? Unique solutions that will enable us produce refined product in Nigeria and sell it for local consumption at not more than 600 naira per liter with zero subsidy paid, no more subsidy payment, and in such a way that even if crude oil sells for $120 per barrel, it will not affect the cost of product, the cost of products here in Nigeria. Let's go with me. Like I said, between Warri and Port Harcourt refinery, current capacity is about 395. 210 plus 125. That's about 335 barrels a day. So what do we do? Put those assets in a bucket. NNPC should stop wasting our money and wasting our time. Put those assets in a bucket, create a special purpose vehicle, value those assets, get a valuer, put them in that bucket. We are going to create the new refineries we are going to collocate in Port Harcourt or Warri should be 160,000 barrels a day refining capacity, and it's not going to be done by NNPC. Enough of this shenanigans. It should also be part of that bucket. So if we have 125 plus 210 plus 160, we'll be having about 335. We'll be having about 495,000 barrels refining capacity under that SPV, under that bucket. Of course, this other one will be built by new investors. Value it. NNPC should sell down 80% of that value. They should do a diaspora bond to do it. Get a technically capable investor that will stake, even if it is 10-20%. A top refinery company in the whole world. What is the special arrangement? Nigerians are going to subscribe. If you sell down those 80%, NNPC should keep 20%. 30% to that, or 20% to that core investor, a top refinery company in the whole world, and the rest 50% to Nigerians. The Nigerians will subscribe to it, they will own it. Now, what other thing you will do? Allocate upstream assets that will be able to produce at least 500,000 barrels of crude oil. It's off OPEC. Create, if it's marginal field, put those marginal fields, existing marginal fields or whatever, within the same SPV. Remember the two refineries, value those assets, put a value to them, and sell it 80%. Nigerians, the core investor will subscribe 30%, Nigerians will subscribe 50%. If you do diaspora bond, if it is $10 billion, Nigerians will subscribe. I will subscribe. Most Nigerians will subscribe. Now let me tell you the cocoa here, the arrangement. Under this special arrangement, we also set up what we call petroleum, just like we have in power sector. We have Nigerian bulk petroleum purchasing company that will be buying every products that are going to be refined under this arrangement at cost plus 30% margin for the owners of the SPV, and then distributed across Nigeria. Members of IPMAN will be part of that special bulk petroleum purchasing arrangement. Members of NLC, members of the MBA. Why do we do it? Of course, we'll digitize it in such a way that people will not kite those products outside Nigeria. Every filling station must be digitized in such a way that we will see where those products are going. Nigerian civil society will be involved in that Nigerian bulk petroleum company, trading company, in such a way that nobody will take our products that is subsidized and sell it outside Nigeria. And everybody will become a policeman monitoring it, because all of us have investment in it. Now, what is the arrangement? To extract crude oil from Nigeria is very expensive because of insecurity. Of course, we'll fix the insecurity. It's about $30 per barrel. To refine a barrel of crude oil is about $10 per barrel. The technology is there. That's about $40 per barrel. If you put the margin of 30% on this cost of $40, crude production plus refining, that's about $52. If you use the current exchange rate to multiply it and divide it by the byproducts that will come out, the cost of production plus 30% margin should be around 400 and something naira. Let me be very, 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 I want us to follow it. The cost of production plus the 30% margin will be about 394 naira per liter. Even if you put 24%, which is extra cost of distribution, of storage, a margin for the distributors under the Nigerian bulk petroleum purchasing arrangement, it will come to about 489 naira. Assuming even the filling station owners and the depot owners are greedy, they decide to put 30 naira, 50 naira, you will buy any of the white petroleum products, PMS, AGO, aviation fuel, DPK, kerosene, anywhere in Nigeria at a price of nothing more than 500 to 600 naira per liter. So this is a special arrangement. So remember again, put the total assets, the existing refineries in a bucket, SPV. Create assets. NNPDC have assets that are not sweating, they are not even sweating. Put those assets in a bucket, value them, add it into that SPV, get valuation, and then NNPC keep 20%, sell 30%. There are many core investors who will buy it. Nigerians will subscribe for the remainder in such a way that the SPV itself will make 30% return on it. If we do this, even if crude oil is selling, the crude oil that will come from those fields, of course, will be for the refinery. Under this arrangement, we will produce everything we consume here, DPK, PMS, aviation fuel, AGO, in such a very scientific way that the investors, Nigerians, will make 30% on investment. We will save the $24 billion we waste annually importing what we can refine here. And this arrangement, this crude arrangement, will be off OPEC quota. It will not stop us from fulfilling our OPEC quota. Nigeria can actually ramp up reserve to about 40 to 45 billion barrels a day. Under this transparent arrangement, investors will come in. Nigeria will be. So, you see, I know that these guys will not do these things I'm saying, but this is a transparent way. I know they will be hell-bent on allowing NPC to award contract again to do another 100,000 barrels when they've not even repaired the existing ones in 25 years. You know, the truth is we'll keep on talking. We'll keep on sharing these creative solutions. We've developed a template on how these things can work. And it can work, and it will work. And of course, in the longer term, get JP Morgan Chase, get Bank of America Merrill Lynch, get Stanbic IBTC, the Chapel Hill Denham, bring them together as book runners, and let even NNPC as a company be valued and sold. Federal government should sell 60% of their shares in NNPC, sell it off. Let Nigeria own at least 30% of NNPC. Let private sector investors, so that we'll bring transparency there, remove opacity, bring corporate governance culture there, just like we have in the Nigerian liquefied natural gas. If Petrobras, that was founded in 1970, and Brazil has only proven crude oil reserve of 15.5 billion barrels. If Petrobras can have an asset value of $174 billion, do turnover of $121 billion annually, and profit of $36 billion, NNPC can do twice that under the same restructured arrangement that allow private sector efficiency and sincerity, so that appointment into the board, management, and the staffing of that places will be so transparently done, just like we have in Shell, Chevron, and some of the oil majors. And Nigeria will reap bountiful benefits from our crude oil resources. We will even allow the investors. When we have this transparency, investors will pump in money into Nigeria, deeper exploration across all the value chain, upstream, midstream, downstream. Then the private sector refineries, the Dangotes, the Watersmiths, they should produce and sell to the rest of West Africa. And Nigeria will become a hub of wealth. We can do this. And these guys, they know what I'm saying is the truth. Anybody who is smart knows that the solutions I am providing is some of the most creative, some of the most genuine and honest one that will protect the oil and gas resources of Nigeria for the benefit of Nigerians. Aramco is doing it. Petrobras is doing it.